Hey YouTube, what's happening? It's Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. Today's Monday Thoughts are exactly what's happening right now in real time, and I'm excited to talk about relationships and change and growth and opportunity and how change is good. So one of the things that I love about being an entrepreneur and employing other people is growing them, like helping them achieve things that they haven't been able to do in the past, giving them risk capital to try new things, and us figuring out what works and what doesn't work together and so on. And so you may have heard the news that Charles is moving back home and he's going to start focusing much more on wedding photography, but he'll tell us what he's up to. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I've had a couple of questions from friends of mine, people that know us both, and like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So let me reassure you, from a short-term rental university, nothing is going on. There are no changes. Charles and I are going to continue to work together. We have a whole plan, and I don't think you'd even notice that there was any change, but we're fully transparent. We like to make sure everyone knows what's going on. There's a lot of change that's going on, and it's super exciting. And as it relates to Charles, I really want to thank him on camera and in person and publicly in front of everyone for all of his time and effort and energy and directing and video skills and all of that. It's been amazing, and I couldn't have done it without him. So thank you very much, Charles. And at the same time, as an entrepreneur, I love the fact that I've been able to encourage, support, and motivate and help somebody find a passion, realize a dream, encourage them to take action. And I don't view it as a negative or this is over, it's not going to work. It's just the opposite. This is the start of a new relationship, a more meaningful relationship with two more advanced people in different locations. And it's just great. And that's one of the things about being an entrepreneur slash employer slash mentor or whatever, is that this is like success. We've won. We've accomplished what I hope to do and inspire and grow people. That's my why. And so while it's going to look a little bit different, I'm confident it's going to be really positive and successful for both Richard individually, Charles individually, and Short-Term Rental University collectively. So Charles, come on over here. Let's answer a couple of questions. I know we're going to film a podcast where it's going to be much more detailed. So check that out. We'll include the link below.
Okay, so still haven't recorded the podcast. Richard and I both moving. We couldn't fit it in. Things got a little crazy, but flying to Jackson in about a week. We're going to film a whole podcast on the whole subject. What I'm going to do is I'll put a link to an interview we filmed for a podcast a while back, and then subscribe to the channel, because in about a week or two, we'll have this new podcast uploaded. Okay, back to the video.
But in the meantime, let's first say, Charles, I really appreciate it, man. You showed up,
Likewise.
what, 3 years ago? 3.5 years ago? 3.5 years ago. First job out of college. Yep. How much experience did you have behind a camera?
I had just started. So it was kind of just a beginning of a hobby. I filmed 2 videos for my internship.
Right.
And that was it. I made a few videos for fun, but you didn't hire me for that.
At all?
No, it was just marketing.
Right.
So you were like, hey, you ever done any video? And I was like, yeah, a little bit here and there, but that's what molded into my passion now.
Which is what? What is your passion now?
Just making videos, like any kind of video. That's basically, over time, my role shifted to more and more video. And then it's just gotten to a point now where it's like, that's all I really want to be doing.
That's
it was like
amazing.
50 and 50 for a while, like marketing, video, and then now I'm just all video.
And so my point for anybody watching this that is an employer or an entrepreneur or wanting to work with people is like, I view that as success. Charles enjoyed it, made 2 videos before, then his business mind and opportunity set started to shift. As he was doing better, we created more and more videos, and now that's what he wants to do forever. And so rather than retard that or confine it or say you can only make videos for me, like, that's silly. Yeah. The best is yet to come for this guy, and I hope he feels that I've given him some opportunity and bought cameras and supported the endeavor, and I'm going to continue to support the endeavor.
Yeah, throughout that, anytime, I think you saw that from an early stage, right?
Of course.
So when I used to write blogs when I started, as you saw that I had way more interest in video, you would come up with new ideas for video. You'd be like, all right, well, let's make all these videos for all the employees and all this kind of stuff. So I think you saw that, if I'm not mistaken, right? And
Absolutely.
You just gave me more responsibilities with video until it turned into this.
It's amazing. So look, guys, pay attention. The podcast is going to have a much greater in-depth about what Charles is going to do, how he's going to do it, how you can contact him. how we're going to continue to run short-term rental university. We're both equally committed to that. And this is the point about a relationship. You don't know exactly where it's going to go, but if you have a good working relationship and trust one another and want the best for one another, anything is possible. And so Charles is going to be in Virginia.
Yep.
I'm going to
Virginia.
be in Wyoming. Short-term rental university is going to be a roaming, traveling, live organism.
Yep.
And the relationship continues. And while it's going to be different, it's going to be better. Charles is going to be more fulfilled in his right environment. I'm going to be more fulfilled in my right environment, and everything's going to thrive. And that's sort of the point. Don't look at change as like a problem or how's this going to work or I'm scared. It is scary. There should be some fear. You're probably a little scared,
I'm nervous,
but that's healthy.
but I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do too. And that's one of the things that I hope I've encouraged you and others is to embrace the risk, embrace the uncertainty. The unknown is exciting and it can be really rewarding. Many people shy away from that. Many people would look at this and be like, oh, it's failed, it's over. I don't see that in the least.
Not at all.
So
This isn't goodbye.
not at all.
Not at all.
But it is a thank you very much, man. From the bottom of my heart, it's been a real blast, a real pleasure. Please go ahead and check us out on the podcast, and thank you very much. All right, now let's go break down the studio.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.